Bees are doing a cleansing flight, so lots of activity going on. It's a good time of year. I'll probably get into the hives later on today to pull some honey out. So I know there's several gallons available at this time.
Hi, this is Phil Chandler. I've just come to one of my apiaries to find that badgers have attacked one of my hives, and I think this is the second time it's happened to me, so I think this is definitely a signal that I need to do something about this floor design. As you can see, the badgers have stripped out the plastic floor mesh and they have completely destroyed the hive. They've removed all the comb, every last bit of it, and there's absolutely nothing left in here at all. The bees have obviously gone. I imagine they put up a good fight and then absconded, and who knows where they are now, probably in the woods somewhere. But so this is a warning really to anyone that has badgers, or I guess in the USA skunks, anywhere near their hives, that we really need to think about improving the design of the floor. This is one with my Mark 1 floor, which is a simple mesh. The Mark 2 floor, which you'll find a video for elsewhere, is going to have an extension to the floor and a much smaller mesh size, so that badgers simply will not be able to get up inside it. I think also it wouldn't be a bad idea to be putting a metal mesh of some description underneath the plastic one if you use plastic mesh. So get some sort of 1/4-inch galvanized mesh, for example, underneath the plastic mesh, if that's what you use, to protect against this sort of thing. Sad sight, but we can learn from it.
We were trimming this plant with that beautiful red flower, okay, and look at what we found. Okay, there it is. It's a huge beehive there. Okay, I want to show you approximately how many bees are in there. Okay, we're going to use water.
Today, the Scottish Parliament became a hive of activity when it welcomed its newest residents, 20,000 honeybees. 2 beehives were installed in March this year, the Scottish Parliament being the first UK legislature to do so. And now the hives are ready to receive Holyrood's latest additions. The presiding officer, Tricia Marwick MSP, was there to help the bees move into their new home.
Holyrood has been buzzing with excitement having the bees here, and everybody is thrilled and intrigued. And to be fair, I think a few are a bit frightened. This year we're expecting small quantities of honey, but it's next year when it will be fully in production. At that point, I think some will be used in the canteen for meals, but I'm much more excited about the possibility of putting it into wee jars and selling it in our Parliament shop as Holyrood honey.
The beehives were installed by Kelvin Valley Honey, who will help maintain and manage the colonies. They explain the importance of honeybees to the environment.
You must have bees for pollination. Bees are essential for pollination. Honey is just a byproduct. You have seeds and fruit that drop to the ground. They develop into other plants and the photosynthesis starts again and it absorbs more carbon, releases oxygen, so the carbon footprint is reduced.
The species of bee at the Scottish Parliament is the Buckfast bee, originally bred at the famous abbey, known for its calm temperament and high productivity.
I've been finding out a bit more about garlic. Apparently it's got a lot of amino acids in which can bridge that gap between, especially if say the bees were on the rape and they're on a monoculture and they're not getting a variety of pollen.
Queen here, Queen.
Oh yeah.
Near the top.
Yeah, I see her. She looks quite nice and fat. But the supersedure cell is on the other side.
Can you point to it, please?
Yeah, she's quite a nice fat girl. She's not as light as the other, she's a bit more of a tiger girl. And I think she's quite young, isn't she? She's racing around a bit.
Yeah, she's quite quick.
Not quite so sure of herself. Oh, she's gone.
It's a wasp after them.
Yeah, she's on this side. There's a supersedure cell here, see. Oh, there's the old queen.
Ah, there you go.
So we got 2, we got mother and daughter. I knew that was happening.
So would she still be a virgin then?
No, she was mated.
Oh, yeah, the green spot. Yeah.
Look, so we got the old queen.
Yeah, 2 queens in one hive.
Yeah.
Well, that's unusual, isn't it?
No.
Not as much as you'd think.
Not
actually.
as this time of year. You often get supersedure, and our new supersedure was happening here. There's the cell, look.
Yeah.
And so we've got a new mated, and gradually this queen, they're going to stop feeding her and she'll just fade away.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't necessarily fight them?
No. No.
So how do you know the other one's mated?
Because she's the right shape.
I see.
Virgins look completely different.
So they're
Virgins
quite dark, aren't they?
nothing to do with colour, it's to do with the shape
skinny.
of them.
Yeah.
They're kind of small, squat looking, and they're almost like got a triangular type shaped abdomen.
Right.
And when they're mated, they just fatten out and they lengthen.
Yeah.
How long does that fattening out and lengthening?
So each of these is a colony, and in each colony there's about 50,000 bees right now, and this is as big as they're going to get.
Wait, so there's about
100,000 bees. Wow.
about 10 days from that last colonies in the early season, and we're looking at how
So here, first thing I do is I always look for the queen just to make sure she's not on the frame in case I pull it out. So this is a drone. This is a boy bee right here that I just stepped on. And underneath here, look at, you see all that colored stuff underneath there? Like that. It's got kind of a shiny coating, but it's different colors. This is all pollen that they've brought in. And then they bring the pollen in on their hind legs, and then they pack it down into the cells. So you can see this one kind of has a yellow, and there's oranges and different colors. So the different colors are pollens from different plants. And then they pack it down with their heads, and in that they put like beneficial bacteria in it. So this is called bee bread. So this is like our yogurt. It has tons of beneficial bacteria in it. It's their protein that they're going to eat when they're raising babies. And then they seal it over with a little bit of honey. So the shininess that you see is a little bit of honey glossed over that bee bread.
It could be.
Sí, ahí pues pasamos a un trapiche, más.
Yo la tengo marcadas ahí, por ejemplo, aquí con las fechas de... Esta es la fecha de la reina, digamos, 25 de mayo empezó a poner, y esta es la madre, y yo tengo 4 madres diferentes, entonces yo la marco ahí la madre, y entonces para llevar un controlillo más o menos a la reina madre, digamos, cómo me salen las hijas. Entonces ahí ya tengo aquí tengo como 4 madres diferentes. Entonces después selecciono la más bonita para tenerla más. Si te quieres vamos por aquí, cruzamos por allá, no importa, vamos a ver acá. Ese alimentador es de arriba, este es así para alimentar ya aquí, por ejemplo, aquí no tenemos, estas son las que estaban como obreras, ahora las estoy quitando porque no van a meter ponía eso.
No han empezado lo que
¿Sí?
¿Por qué? No tienen.
Que no tienen reina.
Sí.
Entonces hay unas cuantas obreras comunes que se convierten en reinas, pero como falsas. Se llaman obreras ponedoras.
Ya.
¿Esta la conocen ustedes, sí?
Sí, la mariola. Esa queremos para la casa, conseguirlas tanto. Porque los chiquillos les gusta mucho.
Sí, es muy... Y esa pues no dan problema de nada, son lujos tenerlas más bien.
Y ellos no pelean con los apis.
Ella no pelea. Pues este otro alimentador diferente acá.
El de lado. Sí. ¿Cuál es mejor?
Es mejor aquel otro, me gusta más de ese otro. Bueno, yo creo que soy en Estados Unidos, creo. Y dice que hicieron pruebas en apiarios.
Sí.
Y aumentó la cosecha. Ellos dicen que, digamos, ahí en el folleto dice que haga las pruebas uno también.
Sí.
Digamos, aquí, por ejemplo, controlo la mitad y la otra mitad no la controlo. Entonces dice, ¿cuál tenemos ahí?
Tanto es que todavía no está poniendo huevo.
Todavía no está poniendo huevo. Ese es el azúcar que le tenemos ahí. El plástico es para, digamos, para temperatura, para que se caliente un poquito más.
Pero está solo una parte, la otra parte está...
Hay una lejita a este lado, sí, para que ellas suban.
¿Y las hojas?
Esto para que no se ahoguen en el agua.
Ok.
Sí, si fuera, digamos, si fuera seca, entonces no habría problema, no hay que ponerle hoja.
¿Y qué prefiere usted, seca o húmeda?
Me gusta más húmeda.
¿Por qué?
Porque, digamos, seca, ve la andija ahí, que queda abajo, para que ellas suban.
Sí, ok.
Seca, el problema de seca es que, digamos, ellas no pueden comer lo suficiente. En cambio, si húmeda, digamos, yo se la meto de azúcar y la guardan inmediatamente. Esta que está recién puesta ahí, entonces no está ahí, pero ellas se la comen muy rápido. Entonces, en cambio seca hay que estar echando agua para que ellas se la vayan comiendo, porque seca es muy, no sé, ellas no pueden digerirla bien. Ahora hay gente que la trabaja seca.
Acuérdese lo que la barroa provoca en una abeja, ¿verdad? En días.
Sí, es un daño exagerado.
Es exagerado. Hay que matarla.
Me hubiera gustado haber visto una vez, hay una que